Hi guys, Martin from Belief Media. In this video I'm going to show you how to create or define or alter the primary images associated with your Yabber account. Those images include things like a profile photograph, various company logos, and SEO images and so on. It'll all become clear to you in a moment. So from the primary menu, there's a little cog icon on the far right hand side here. Select that, and that's going to take us to the settings page, which includes a large number of settings which define how Yabber operates. So Yabber keys, your email keys, SMS keys, and so on. Just to the right of center of screen, you've got the images menu item. I'm going to select that. And that will allow us to define 6 primary images associated with our Yabber account. Company logo, black and white, wide, SEO, which becomes important in a moment, Yabber, and the profile photograph. Each image requires exact dimensions because they're used in a very specific way, or they're used to meet the criteria for images that are used within SEO markup and so on. Now, when your website is delivered to you, these website images are created for you. So your logo's manufactured into a whole bunch of different formats. The one photo that may need to be changed is your profile photograph. We don't always have that. So if you've got that, jump in here, upload a profile photograph, and that can be used in a number of ways. So where are these images used? Let's jump first into, this is the white label area for manufacturing branded books from the white label material. I'm just going to select a random item there. That brings up a image of the item that will be generated and added to your download library. We put in here phone numbers, website addresses, various custom disclaimers and things, but your logo in the top left hand side here of this little ebook, that logo is sourced from this company square menu. I'll get rid of that. Now from the SEO panel, and I'll just pull that up very quickly. There are a couple of those images that are used within your SEO markup. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to search very quickly. I'm going to run through this in a couple of days. I expected to have this ready. It's the 5th of November today. I expected to have this operating yesterday, but got caught up with silly things, and it'll likely be tomorrow now. So I'm just going to pull up a post. Now keep in mind that SEO is automatically applied to your website now. You don't have to go into Yabber and activate it or do any of those things that might have been necessary in the past. It just works. All the markup is applied: business markup, product markup, article markup, web page markup, and your dynamic object graph tags as well. If you don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. I will run through it very quickly in the SEO video that I make that introduces this system. Now I'm going to just, this is incomplete, by the way. There are a couple of additional tabs here for advanced video and things like that. But what I'm going to do is pull up the markup tab here, and down the bottom we've got an option for alternate organization logo, an alternate logo. So what logo do we use by default? We use the SEO, come on, hitting a tab here. Doesn't matter, we use it, oh there we go, we're using the SEO image that's uploaded to specific dimensions. I think it's 600 by 40, 600 by 60. So if we were going to use an alternate logo in this case, we just select the yes option and define, if my mouse decides to work, and we define an alternate URL to an alternate image. Now, there's so much to be said about the SEO stuff, so I'm not even going to go into it. It's strange I can't, my computer's down to a halt, by the way. There we go. Yes, it brings up that alternate menu, and that applies in a whole bunch of different areas, different business locations and business dealings, and just it's kind of everywhere, those options where you can lean on the default stuff or define something for define something that is specific to a page. Yeah, this is just not. I apologize for the slow PC, guys. This is going to be a real pain to show you the next. There we go. So you can see what I'm getting at. Anyway, it's not important because this isn't an SEO video. It's really just to show you how to upload these images. I'm going to upload an image of myself. So I'm going to upload a really bad photograph of myself. Click the upload button. It's exactly 500 by 500 pixels, and I'm going to save that. Okay, that's saved to Yabber, and it can be used within Yabber where it's required. In those cases where a profile photograph is applied in PDFs, for example, it will be used. However, it does not exist on our website yet, and the primary function of these images on our website is for SEO. So we can sync these images to our website. Now, before I do this, I'll just pull up the media library associated with the demo site. Again, I'm trying to launch a tab here. There we go. And there's no logo shown. That certainly the photo we just uploaded isn't shown or whatever else. However, what is shown is all those images I used with examples that I've recorded in the last few days. So these images may or may not, anyway, it doesn't matter. So what I need to do is sync them. So from the primary menu here, in the panel itself, select Sync Website. I'm going to select a website, and this is going to take about 7 or 8 seconds. All right, because it sends those images to WordPress. WordPress performs its magic. It resizes them, it scales them, it inserts it into various databases and so on, and then returns the data to us, and then we crunch the images in exactly the same way. So I'm going to send those now. Give it 3 or 4 seconds at least. 3, 2, 1. Come on, don't make a lawyer of me. There we go. Come on. No, it does take a while, guys. There we go. So that's complete. Now, what that has done is it has sent those images to our website, which are now available to us in the same way any image can be used. So the other day we created a video on image shortcode, and those images can be embedded into your post using standard HTML, all that simple shortcode we showed you. But I am going to show you one alternate method of accessing those images. So there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the image of me. People ask all the time why my profile photograph is upside down, and it's our version of Think Different. It's particularly relevant in the mortgage industry because if what you're doing isn't working, then the opposite must be right. We talk about that all the time, the bizarro world that they discussed in a Seinfeld episode. That was George Costanza who struggled with things. So it's also a nod to Grace Hopper. She was a US admiral and was famous for a backwards clock in her office. She was heavily involved in code and the construction of, or the manufacturing of various IT systems. And she's famous for her saying, the most dangerous phrase in the English language is "we've always done it this way." And I think there's nothing more dangerous in the mortgage industry than "we've always done it this way." And it's why I tend to give coaches a hard time, because all they're doing is perpetuating mediocrity. It irritates me, and certainly digital is not really fantastic at all. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a look at how we'd insert that. I've got the LMI FAQ here. I'm going to add media. Now, you remember we can do this in a number of ways. We can select an image and click Insert into Post. It's unreliable, unpredictable behavior. I don't like it. We've got an option for you. Always use image shortcode for about 1,000 reasons that are discussed in the image video and certainly the image FAQs. So image, then the image ID and image. That automatically scales it. The width can be customized in the future and so on. It's just a better solution. I'm going to go here. I've refreshed that page already. There we go. It did. So there's that image on that page. So there is a problem with what I've just done. Okay. And that problem is that I have used a, come on, I'm trying to go back to the FAQ. I've used a static image ID in the image shortcode. So we'll always reference that image I just uploaded. If I decide to replace that image in the future from Yabber, Yabber's going to recognize that it's a new image. It will send it to your website and it will be available in your media library, but it will be assigned a new ID. This is an ID that's assigned in the primary WordPress posts table with a type of image. So there is an alternate way of doing this, and that is by using image opening and closing tags, and between those we just scribble in profile. So type in profile and click update. Now what that will do is it will always access the last image that was sent to your website from Yabber. And it just means that you can use those images that are defined in your settings menu. You can use them on your website if need be. For example, if I was to pull up the, and there's 6 options. We've got profile, SEO, square, and so on. If I wanted to pull up the company logo, I could do the same thing. What I'm going to do is just pull up the Square company logo, and I'll type in Square here, hoping that, there we go. And I'll refresh the page, and that'll show the big orange logo with the black dot, which represents the Fibonacci sequence. Now it's saying there's an image source error. Okay, that's only because if I go Control-Shift-R, that's a caching issue. You won't experience that on your website. It's just trying to access an image that doesn't exist. The image was deleted in a previous demo we did. So I'm pulling that up, and okay, it's still there. It doesn't matter, but you can access those in all the same way. And I'll detail that in the FAQ. You can type in SEO. You can do a whole bunch of different, use a whole bunch of different strings of text here to return different types of content. Now this does overlap with another module called image locations. The image locations module allows you to use a textual string in your image shortcode tags, and that textual string will always point to a specific image ID. So you can update an image in Yabber and it will update all the occurrences of a specific image on your website. There might be occasions where you use the same image 10 times on your website and realize there's an error. And typical WordPress usage is you'd have to go through and update those 10 images by yourself. Now the image shortcode, or the image location shortcode, allows you just to update that all at once. It does require a little bit of vigilance, I guess, in terms of your image or your content creation strategy and the way you apply images to the page. But the advantages are significant, seriously significant. And we use those on landing pages for a whole range of reasons. And our AI likes it because it can resolve borrowing objective and then change certain images to reflect the type of borrower or the borrowing objective or the occupation or so on of the person that is browsing your website. So each individual gets a very customized, tailored experience. That is a whole other topic, and boy, it's a big topic. So that's that, guys. So again, these images are accessed via the settings menu. Select images. You've got 6 image options. You can alter those at any point. The important one, I guess, is SEO. We will go through this. The reason I'm recording this video is because I'm just about to, tomorrow I'll be recording one on SEO, and I'll be referencing this video because this SEO image that we upload here is referenced in your markup on your page. In fact, every single page of your website. So it needs to be an image that you're comfortable with, representing your brand in search snippets and things like that. And the new SEO module takes into account AI indexing and all sorts of stuff. It is the bee's knees. It is well and truly light years ahead of any other solution, always has been, light years ahead of any other solution available to the industry or any industry. What we've done very recently kind of takes it to a different level, makes it very practical, and leans away from traditional search. Not that we ignore it, of course, but leans away from traditional search and focuses exclusively on the experience that it presents on social media. So when you share an article to social media, we want those the panels that are returned to you in Facebook or LinkedIn or anywhere else to not just represent the post, but your brand as well. So there'll be a number of images that are automatically shared and so on, and different types of call to actions that might be applied. That's a whole other story, but I will go into it. So guys, this is on your website now. Our SEO services, as a side note, the SEO service, the service we provide to anyone outside the mortgage industry, over a year costs more than what we charge for the website. And right now, the 5th of November 2025, sorry, I just had to hang up on a phone call there. The website is on special. We're only making 10 left at our promotional price before it increases by 300%. We've had to set a hard line in the sand. So give me a call on 0400 777 300. That's 0400 777 300. Call or text at any time. And our website, believemedia.com.au. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.